Hi everyone. In this video, I'm going to teach you about clauses. So first of all, let's see the definition of clause. Clause is the longer part of a sentence. You see, clause is the longer part of a sentence, clear? Having a subject and a finite verb. Okay, having a subject and a finite verb. Clear? Then we should know the difference between a phrase and a clause. Okay, so what is a phrase? Phrase is a group of words, but there is no subject, no finite verb. Like on the table, with his bag, in the morning, in the sky, in the field, on the floor. Okay, so these are the phrases. Clear? Phrases are groups of words without a subject or a finite verb. But clause is a group of words. That means it is the longer part of a sentence having a subject and a finite verb. Then you see the example of a clause is what you say is true. Clear? If it rains, I will not go to school. Clear? The man who is standing at the gate is our principal. Clear? So you see the longer part, you see what you say. If you say here, there are two clauses in this sentence. What you say is true means it is true. It is one clause. Then what you say is another clause. If it rains, it is one clause. I will not go to school, another clause. Clear? The man is our principal. This is one clause. Who is standing at the gate? Another clause. Clear? So, mainly clauses are divided into two types. Main clause or independent clause. Clear? Subordinate clause or dependent clause. Are you getting or not? So, you see in these sentences, clear? What you say is true. If you pick out the main clause in this sentence, it will be it is true. Okay, it is true. Clear? It is true. What you say? So it is main clause, but it is subordinate or dependent clause. So dependent clause cannot stand of their own. They depend on the main clause to clear their meaning. Clear? To make it meaningful, we have to add the main clause with the subordinate clause. Okay? But independent means the main clause is independent. It can stand by its own. You see here, if it rains, I will not go to school. Here, I will not go to school. This is main clause or independent clause. But here, if clause, if it rains, this clause is a subordinate clause or dependent clause. In the same way, here you see the man who is standing at the gate is our principal. The man is our principal is main clause. Who is standing at the gate? Subordinate clause. Okay. So, mainly clauses or broadly clauses are divided into two types. One is main clause or independent clause. Another one is subordinate clause. Okay. Or dependent clause. Then the subordinate clause is divided into three types. Clear? The subordinate clause is divided into three types. Number one is noun clause. Okay, so number one is noun clause. That means it acts as a noun. The place of a noun is subject, object, object of the verb, preposition. Clear? So the clause that acts as a noun is called noun clause. Okay, it informs what? You see this sentence, what you say is true. In this sentence, okay, this acts as the subject of the sentence, what you say. So, this is noun clause. Are you getting or not? In the same way, you see adjective clause, it describes a noun or pronoun. Okay, that means it acts as an adjective. Okay, it informs who, which, whose. Clear? So this sentence you see, the man who is standing at the gate is our principal. So here the subordinate clause is who is standing at the gate. So this is adjective clause. Okay, it describes this man. Who is that man standing at the gate? Is our principal. That man is our principal who is standing at the gate. Okay, in the same way you see adverb clause. Okay, it acts as an adverb. Clear? It tells how, when, where, how often, at what extent. Clear? So, you see this sentence, if it rains, I will not go to school. Okay? So, this is subordinate clause. If it rains, it refers to a condition. Okay? So, it is adverb clause. Clear? So my dear students, I have already given you the basics of clauses. Means this is the introduction class. In the next videos, I will give you the details about the noun clause, adjective clause, adverb clause. Okay, means noun clause one video, then adjective clause another video, adverb clause another video. The details I will give you means in different videos. Okay, so I hope you must have got the basics of a clauses, the definition of a clause, then its difference. Okay, means difference between phrase and clause, then example of a phrase, example of a clause, then mainly clauses are of two types. Okay, then different types of subordinate clauses. So this is the basics of clause. Clear? Now try to answer these questions. Number one is what is a clause? Okay, what is a clause? Clause is the longer part of a sentence having a subject and a finite verb. Clear? Then number two, does every clause have a subject and verb? Yes, every clause, okay, has a subject and a verb. Clear? What type of verb? Finite verb. Finite verb means that carries tense. Okay. Can every clause stand alone? Can every clause stand alone? No. Only main clause can stand alone. But subordinate clauses cannot stand alone. Why? Because they are dependent clauses. They depend on the main clause to stand. That's why they cannot stand of their own. They cannot stand alone. Okay. Then what are the two main types of clauses? Given there, main clause and subordinate clause, or you can say independent clause and dependent clause. Then name the three subordinate clauses. Okay, the three subordinate clauses are noun clause, adverb clause, and adjective clause. Okay, so my dear students, I hope this video must help you understanding clauses. It is the introduction class. Okay, follow my next videos to get the details about the three subordinate clauses. Thank you all.